Peace, Patrick, Conservative Rap, and let's continue to dig in here. First, we're going to go over to RSBN Network. Check them out on Rumble if you have not already. President Trump talks to Trump as him and the cabinet head in to get dinner.
I don't know about nobody. Well, thank you very much, everybody. We wanted to take some of the members of the cabinet out to dinner to say, and here we are, we're standing right in the middle of D.C., which, as you know, about over the last year was a very unsafe place. Over the last 20 years, actually, it was very unsafe. And now it's got virtually no crime. We call it crime-free. We're going to be announcing another city that we're going to very shortly. We're
Chicago.
Working it out. The governor of a certain state would love us to be there, and the mayor of a certain city in that same state would love us to be there. We'll announce it probably tomorrow, and it's going to be something where we'll do like we did here. But this city, here I am standing out in the middle of the street. I wouldn't have done this 3 months ago, 4 months ago. I certainly wouldn't have done it a year ago. This was one of the most unsafe cities in the country. Now it's as safe as there is in the country. So we're here with cabinet members having dinner, and everybody should go out. The restaurants now are booming. People are walking. Thank you. Thank you. The restaurants now are booming. People are going out to dinner where they didn't go out for years. Right. And it's a safe city. And I just want to thank the National Guard. We loved working with the mayor and the chief, and we all work together, and the outcome is really spectacular. We have a capital that's very, very safe right now.
Yeah, God bless us, man. Common sense in the White House. It's a pleasure to have. Moving on to more sinister individuals. Thomas Hearn put this out on X. There's a special place for scumbags like Matthew Dowd. I think MSNBC went on to fire the gentleman. He says they should issue a ban, and check this out. Listen to this gentleman.
But following up on what was just said, he's been one of the most divisive, especially divisive younger figures in this, who is constantly sort of pushing this sort of hate speech or sort of aimed at certain groups. And I always go back to hateful thoughts lead to hateful words, which then lead to hateful actions.
This is disgusting. Kirk was about debate. He was about reason and logic. And he was a man of God, courageously going to these hellhole leftist centers and shining a beam of light, giving other young people a voice and inspiration to speak up for what they believe in and to think logically in the midst of insanity. So check this out. I like this comparison. 8 minutes for a convicted felon. But check this out. This is one of the most disgusting and evilest things that I've ever seen. Just before we learned that Charlie had passed, we tried to lead a prayer on the House floor, praying for his recovery after he was tragically shot. The Democrats started booing and yelling at us. It was absolutely disgusting. The rhetoric caused this, and their actions today show they have no remorse.
The chair would ask that all members present in the chamber and those in the gallery please rise for a moment of prayer for Charlie Kirk and his family. What purpose does the gentlelady from Colorado rise? Shh. let's wait a minute. Wait a minute. The House will be in order. The House will be in order.
It's disgusting.
The House will be in order.
These are the adults. It's sad. And then this is them 4 years ago, 5 years ago, same individuals. It's disgusting. All right, and just we're going to keep it moving. After Charlie Kirk on the Sky app, there are people asking for the next person to be targeted. Look at this. These include J.K. Rowling, Matt Walsh, Trump, Ben Shapiro, Libs of TikTok, Elon Musk, and Andy Ngo. I took as many screenshots as I could. Look at this. This is it's really sad where these people are going, and then this is not even the totality of it. Now, how is this type of rhetoric allowed to remain up on whatever application this is? It's without question that the left is the party of violence. Not that every leftist or every Democrat is prone to this sort of behavior, but it's endemic and primarily coming from the left, without question. Douglas Mackey put this out. Mackey put this out. Take a close look at many of the groups we see overrepresented in celebrating Kirk's death. Teachers, healthcare professionals, government workers, not radical blue-haired freaks. They're the highly indoctrinated Democrat rank and file. He's absolutely right. Moving on, we already covered this. Again, it's a new day and age. We have to stay alert, we have to stay awake, and we have to draw close to the spiritual principles that guide us in righteousness and in logic. It may get a little bit worse before it gets better, but the same thing they did with MLK and they did with RFK, they did with Charlie Kirk, right when his crowd size started to grow, right when it was less of hyper-radical leftists shouting at him and more pro-conservative students coming to his side at these meetings. It's a really sad thing. Someone who was about debate and someone who was about argument to suffer like this. A pinnacle leader in the information war. And a principal guidepost for common sense. God bless Kirk and his family. And yeah, stay tuned for more. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share, and more to come shortly. Thanks and take care.